The stakeholder consultation meeting also underlined the fact that a delay in road maintenance and rehabilitation will be more costly, stressing the need for increased funding and resource mobilization in the sector.
And we have to do something now. If we don't, then we're going to see a huge impact in terms of the deterioration, but also in terms of the vehicle operation cost that is going to increase. And I'm only referring here to your key transport corridors. And unless we make the key investments today, those costs are going to exponentially go up in the years to come if we do nothing now.
Currently, the RFA collects more than $4 billion annually through revenue collection, mostly from the fuel levies, which represents 63% of the required amount.
I remember at one of our last sessions, there was a recommendation or a call made to do away with fuel levies. I'm still going to do like a little proper study on that to just show that, and sometimes you don't even need a study, it's just a visual that we are relying heavily. And although this reliance is there, we are talking about a funding gap between 8.5 billion and 4.2 billion. That's the funding gap that we are referring to.
Stakeholders looked at possible funding solutions, which include more funding from the government and from road levies and toll gates.
You need to look at what would a wider charging base look like. And then you start with who are the beneficiaries, and that's the national government and the private sector. And the national government funding, as also was discussed through the tax base, etc., somewhat channels the private sector. So you start with more appropriately integrating the government funding as a future-looking option to widen the road user charging base.
The business plan recommends a combination of RFA and government interventions to close the funding gap in the next 3 to 5 years. Selima Henok, NBC News, Windhoek.